What's up, everybody? Sista Citizen here, and great news, people. Captains, Starborn, everybody in between. We've got an incoming update, people. If you're on PC, this is already dropped for you, so you get to play around with it. Unfortunately, I'm on Xbox. Damn it. Can't play the game on PC, but I can't stream it. I can't even record it because, you know, my PC has, it's run by hamsters and a plastic wheel, but that's neither here nor there. Thank you guys for being here today. Shout out to you, Dougfoot. Mwah. Kisses on the forehead and the nose to you, boss man. Thank you for being a member and for so long as well. Thank you so much, Dougfoot, for supporting the channel. What up, Philip? Phillips here says, can't wait. Sister, I can't wait either. Fam, I got the video loaded up for you guys so we can watch it on all the new stuff that's coming out and update for. And I got the patch notes. There's a lot of good stuff on there, but there's one thing on there that I'm kind of disappointed on. I'm like, no, don't fix that. Don't fix that, Bethesda. That doesn't need fixing, but they're going to fix it. Damn it. I hope they don't, but no, it's in the notes, so they're gonna fix. We'll go over it. We'll go over it. But shout out to everybody who is here today. Shout out to everybody who's throwing love. Okay, that too, showing love. Oh, look at here, my picture's wrong. Hang on, fam. Something's wrong with the. We're not getting full gameage coverage. What's happened here? Let me fix this, fam. What's going on? I was trying to put together the video and stuff so we could watch it together, and I think I screwed up the game. I don't know what I did here. What is this? Here, let me try and fix it. Is that right? I don't know. It might look weird. This might be. Okay, I don't know. We'll just go with this. I don't know why it looks like this, fam. I screwed something up. Hopefully it looks okay. Wait, let me try something. What? I want you guys to get it in full def. You know, not half def. You guys want all def. I don't know what I done here, people. Can you see me? Testing 1, 2. Shout out to everybody who is here today. Like I said, we're gonna go through the update. I don't know what happened here, people. Hopefully this is okay. Oh, look at the whole thing is off. Wait, hang on. I think I know what's wrong. Hang on. Talk amongst yourselves. What's up, Spinny? Spinny, thank you for being a member, fam. Talk amongst yourselves. There it is. That's what the problem was. Okay, here. All right, here. Let me try something one more time. I did something weird to it, people. You know me and buttons. There we go. Okay, that looks right. Right? Does that look right? All right, looks right to me. What's up, Dacry? How you doing? Good to see you, fam. Okay, look. Okay, one of the things that I wish that they would fix here. Let me turn the music down a bit. We'll turn the game up. We'll listen to the hum of the planet. I'm in my city, fam. And by the way, check this out. I told you guys I've been totally binge watching Miss O plays. Some of you know who that is. She does like interior designing and stuff on these buildings. You know, I have my favorites. I got Wise Old Wizard for ships. Make sure to check him out. He's my dude. Those are the only ships I fly are Wizards design. And I've been getting into Miss O plays. I don't know if any of you watch her, but anyway, I was watching her build something. And she changed the doorway. And I was like, how'd she change that doorway? Fam, I had no idea you could change the doorways. No clue. Look at the windows. Did you guys know this? Look at this. You just go in your builder and, okay, before it was like Bink, right? Remember this? I had no idea you had options. Boring, plain, you know, no depth or texture. I had no idea. You just highlighted it. Look at that. Look at this. Look at how cool that doorway looks now. I had no clue. No clue. You change the windows. Look, I can see outside. You guys are like, sister, we knew that. Okay, maybe you did. I didn't know. One of the other things I hope that they would fix is that, okay, so I'm NG plus 11. Technically, I could leave right now and go to my NG plus 12. And of course, they allow you to build this armulary at your outpost, right? And we'll go over the update and everything in the video and all that stuff next. I have it all set up for you guys so we can watch it together. I just want to mention a couple of things that I'd like to do. You knew that one, Spinny? Okay, all right. Well, look at how much cooler it looks. Oh man, this is so dope. Spinny, why didn't you tell me? Fam, you're supposed to be looking out. Starborn, you're supposed to be telling me this stuff. I had no idea. Look at how much better this room looks. Throwing some plants, some lighting, some ambiance. She was also mentioning some, what do you call it? Something that you can buy from Madame Sauvage's. Yeah. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. You know, Madame Sauvage's and Neon. I guess there's like a certain drink that you could buy, and then you could use it for like mood lighting in your outpost because they're lit. I didn't know that. Man, I love watching you guys like find out all the new stuff, and it's still so much to learn, fam. Like who knew? Spinny's like, we knew that, Sista. Okay, Spinny, sit down. I'm 20 levels ahead, fam. Hey, look, you are always learning stuff in this game. Always. That's why I always laugh at people. They're like, oh yeah, I finished Starfield. It was boring. You're like, I'm like, fam, you didn't finish nothing. Sit down. Here, let me build you a, hang on. Here, let me build you a, hang on. Here's a chair. Have a seat. You didn't finish the game. You didn't finish the game, fam. Have a seat. You didn't finish nothing, okay? Some of us have spent 1,000 or more hours in this game and still don't know stuff. So take a seat. All right, here. I'm gonna take that back because, you know, I need those resources. But, you know, you got the effect. You saw what I was trying to say. Yeah, I bet the new people are like, why am I watching this? Mowgli, how you doing, fam? Big hugs to you. Good to see you in the chat. Mowgli, you excited about this update? Okay, here's my other thing. This is what I was saying that I would like for them to change. So technically, if I got in my ship right now, I could go into my NG plus 12. And because I have all the pieces of the artifact, but I want to stay. I want to chill. I want to build a little research station around the armulary, but I can't because it has all of the pieces and my grav drive won't work. I have to go to my next NG plus. So it would be nice if, even if you have all of the pieces to the armulary, if we could still, because you give it to us in our build menu, so it would be nice to at least have it at our outpost as a decoration piece, or, you know, because we do have other factions and you know, attack our bases. So it might be cool, you know, for RP, like we're defending it, you know, the Starborn and the spacers that show up and the ecliptic. Some of you, I don't know, I'm sure most of you know. You know, I'm always the last to know. You guys are so like on it, but you know, you'll have factions that will attack your base. And you know, if you're on a planet and the Starborn land on the planet you're on, they're looking for you. They're not scanning for plants, or, you know, they're not lost, okay? They're not looking at the locals, asking for directions, okay? The Starborn, when they show up and land on the planet, they're looking for you, fam. They want you and these artifacts. So I wish that even if you have all our artifacts, you could use it as a decoration in your base, but I can't, unfortunately. I just have to carry these pieces with me in my inventory, which, you know, luckily they don't weigh anything, but I would love to set it up here. So if you're playing and you don't quite have all the pieces yet and you want to put this, and by the way, this is the only building that this armulary will fit inside of. It won't fit in any of the other outpost hubs, and only right here in this area, this general area, it'll fit. So it would be nice to have it as a decoration piece RP with it, like you're defending it at your main base against starborn attacks or, roving factions. So it would be nice. But unfortunately, I gotta pick this up. But I wanted to put it down just for my first point on something that I'd like to see change. So bye-bye, Armulary. This would have been a really cool piece to build around, but nah, son, nah, Bethesda. Maybe next time. In the next update, it would be dope to be able to have that. So, but anyway, okay. So let's talk about the updates. And of course, you guys know I'm in my city. And now that I know that I can make these cool doors and stuff and windows, I've decided to make this, this area right here is like it's going to be my main, like, home besides the party house. You know what I mean? Like, where I have my collectibles, my legendaries, my armor, stuff like that. Like my showcase. So I got to build a kitchen. I got to build, I was going to build a library, which I thought was really cool. I was kind of experimenting with stacking the display cases to make like a library effect. So I want to build that so I can put all my books, my magazines, stuff like that. And just like, I don't want a huge mansion or nothing. I just want, I don't want a huge mansion or nothing. What? Why am I talking like that? I just want to be able to have like, like my armors and stuff over there. My main workshop here, upstairs, a library for all the books, because I want to have all of the books. If you play Bethesda games, you want all of everything. You want every armor, you want every legendary, you want every clothing piece, you want every piece of every object of every little thing in the game. So actually, let's start with the library, because I want to make this a library area, and then we'll talk about the updates as well. Let's make one of these a window, right? So we can kind of get some light in here. Although, do we want to make it here one little window, right? And then I'll set up a table, and then we'll take a look at the video that Bethesda just released. I don't think it'll be copywritten. I've seen another content creator play it, so we should be okay. But I want to talk about all of the new stuff that's coming out in the update. Here, let's put a table like right here and make it like a study table, right? They can look outside. We'll put some chairs up and maybe drop some books on top of this table. Booyakasha. Booyakasha. Let's do wood chairs. Oh, we're getting new pieces? Bam! I've been talking about this for a while, that we needed new pieces. I can't wait. I hope that they drop some. These look library-esque. Well, should we make them nicer? I mean, this is my spot, right? Here, let's put some nice fancy chairs. This is gonna be the reading area. Anyway, we got new pieces. I should have made this table longer. Who cares? This is my library. I saw that we had new desks, which is also pretty dope, fam. I don't know. Do I need this many chairs? I feel like this is overkill. I don't know. We'll work with it. Probably too close for anybody to sit down. These chairs are thick, giggity. Can you say thick while you're decorating? Thick. Thick. All right, good enough for now. I feel like I want to sit down and read something already. Okay, here, let me sit down and we'll put up the video. Okay, look, this is way too close. Spinny, why didn't you tell me? Just for now. Let's quick save. All right, let me sit down. I see somebody just popped in. Let me sit down. Okay, and then we'll look at the video, right? With all of the new updates. Okay, here, let me say hey. Like, oh, okay, and that's the other thing. Another fix. Who popped in? Hey, what's up, Mark? Mark, how you doing, fam? Hey, Sista. Hi, everyone. Hey, what's up, local? Dacry says, I still haven't done much outpost building, so I don't know that. They're adding a lot of new outpost pieces. Look at the lighting in here. Let's talk about that too. Spinny says Starfield equals the never-ending story 4. I agree with you, Spinny. I told you guys, I love games like this that you could just play forever. Like there's no end to it. That's kind of what I feel like. That's what most Bethesda games are. They're forever games. You can play them forever. Local says, I sure as hell didn't expect land vehicles. Right, we're getting a land vehicle. Now look, I like traversing as a starboard because it makes me feel like a ninja star god, right? But I can understand why some people don't really care about. Everybody likes different things in the game and play differently. So maybe they don't want to be doing all that. Maybe they don't want to be doing all that grab dashing and pill taking and chem loading and all that stuff. Maybe they just want to drive from here to there. And if that's something that gets people back into the game, I'm all for it. So yes, apparently they are working on a land vehicle, and we'll get into that for sure. I'm so excited to talk about this. Hey, what's up, Tom? Going to ruin your eyes trying to read that? Okay, in that room, right? Okay, so here, that's my other thing, right? Before we get started, check this out. Look at the lighting. Now, fam, I had to turn my brightness all the way down just so that I could look at this room while I decorated it, because at nighttime, I feel like they went nuts with the lights. It's too much. It's too bright. I'm hoping I was hoping, fingers crossed, that would be in this patch. But these rooms right here, like, look at this hallway, especially at nighttime. Look at the bloom. It's far too bright. And then the transition, and I have my, look at my setting here. Let me show you. Look at how dark my game is. I had to turn that shite all the way down just so that I could, wait, what is it, display? Just so that, or my contrast, just so that I could not be blinded, fam. Let's see, you should see no logo. So probably right about there, but I don't know. Is anybody else having that issue? Like, it'll be, look at this, hella bright, especially at nighttime. If you put anything on the wall, okay, and now, okay, no, it's okay. No, it's not. Here it is. Okay, it's bright. No, it's not. Now it's normal. Do you see what I'm saying? And then if you put anything on these walls, you can't, the light doesn't, it doesn't show what, like, if I put a painting up on the wall right now, here, let's do it. Now that we're talking about it. Okay, if I put like a painting up on the wall, it's actually, it looks quite nice there. By the way, we got new paintings. Did you see? Probably not. Okay, now I'm downstairs, but if you put like something in a dark corner or an area that's hella bright, like, you might as well just say goodbye to whatever pattern or whatever you were looking at. Okay, maybe this picture's just way too big, but okay, here, let's put, okay, boom.
The outpost really needed this.
Okay, but see what I'm saying? Like, now you can't see that. You can't even see the detail in the picture you just placed. So I hope they fit. Okay, wait. See that? What? Right there. Right. There it is. Right there. Right there. Hold it right there. So I hope they fix that. I feel like the hab lighting is way inconsistent. It's also the same when you go in and out of buildings as well. Sometimes, like, your airlocks will be hella red and you can't see anything at night. I mean, this is just far too much light. I wish we had more control over the lighting in some of these habs. And like you said, we're not going to be able to read in this room. But if I were able to, like, here, I'll show you an example. And last night, I actually had to stop building.
Red Kiwi subscribed to the channel.
Hey, thank you for subscribing, fam. Welcome, Captain. I literally stopped building last night because the light was just hurting my eyes so bad. And I was like, can I at least block this light out for a second? And I was trying to use a floor mat to block the doorways. Because see, look, fam, look. Look how it blocks the light. Look at this. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? And I was like, how can I get this floor mat to stay and block this freaking light so it won't be so bright so I could see what's going on in this hab? Anyway, you can see the lighting works if you block it, but damn, Bethesda, this is too much light in here. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but if we could block these lights or just turn them off, have us place the lights. Maybe we only want 2 of these, well, what do you call them, lights in here. Maybe we want it completely dark on this floor and have just the lights from our computer stations lighted up. But this is too much. It's too much. It's too much. Too much lighting in here, fam. Too much. And it goes in overdrive at nighttime. So maybe one day they'll fix that and fix the inconsistencies of the lighting when you go through each room. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents. See how dark it is down here now? But I just don't get it. And it should be the brightest down here because it has all of these lights beaming down. I don't know. They need to fix the consistency with the lighting, I think. But I did notice that once I put these windows up and we got this natural lighting, it did cut down on it being so bright. But in the corners, we have these weird blues and grays. And that's consistent on all planets. It doesn't really matter on what planet you're on. When you're in these corners, the lighting here is just so wonky. I don't know if that's just me, but I'm not trying to be nitpicky. But if you're a builder, designer, collector like me, like lighting is important, placement is important. Like I'd like to put some what do you call it, like directional lighting up on my guns back there, right? Remember in Fallout they used to have lights that you could put on the ground, directional lighting. So I hope they add that. It'd be cool to add one and light up your guns and stuff like that. If you're an outpost person, you want all that stuff. You want everything to look perfect. By the way, have you guys, remember I've been hanging out with Andromeda? Did you know she has a unique armor? Anybody know this? I know Spinny knew this. Kiwi, thanks for subscribing, by the way. Mark says, I take it everyone's seen the update. Has everyone seen it? I've seen nothing. Okay, Spinny, let's go. Let me stop talking so much. Local says, I didn't think this engine could do land vehicles. This makes my hope of mechs coming possible. Well, they did say it was going to be their first land vehicle, which is interesting, right? So I'm sure maybe they'll have more. Having a land vehicle in a Bethesda game is going to be a first. I can't remember any land vehicles in any Bethesda games. I could be wrong. I don't know. I have not played all of the Bethesda games. I started out with Fallout 4. I tried to play Fallout New Vegas. I know a lot of people love that. Maybe it was a mood I was in when I sat down to play it, but it bothered my eyes. And you know what the weird thing about that too is that what was Outer Worlds? Both Obsidian, right? Didn't Obsidian work with both of those? It's something about what they use in their graphics that hurts my eyes. Maybe I have sensitive eyes, but like Outer Worlds made me very tired and it hurt my eyes. I don't know what it is, but everybody raves about like New Vegas, and I'm sure it's awesome because I love these games, but I couldn't get through it because it just kind of hurt my eyes. I didn't think this engine could. Oh, I read that. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see Bethesda do land vehicles. It's not like they have a history of land vehicles. You know what I mean? It's not like they've got something to build on. This will be like their first. So this will be very interesting. Okay, here, let me stop talking. And we're going to take a look at the video really quickly that they put out. Hopefully it won't get copyrighted, but who cares? This is big news. Okay, here, let me turn the music down. All right, give me a second to set it up, fam. Gotta press some buttons. All right, here, let me turn the game down and we'll look at this video. Spinny, you haven't seen this yet, so this is awesome that we're gonna watch this together. Wait, hang on, fam. Let me get it set up because I wanted to make sure that I saw it big on the screen with you guys as well. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's watch it, and hopefully, who cares if we get? I don't think we'll get copywritten, but okay. And I think the sound is on too. Okay. Here we go. Now they have the community manager kind of guiding us through this. I'm gonna drink some coffee, and what we'll do is we'll watch this first, and I'll get down on some coffee, watch it with you guys, snack on my little snacks here, and then we'll go back and talk about it. But here we go. So they have the community manager. It's a little corny. Yeah, it's Bethesda, but anyway, okay, we'll watch this, and let me make sure I have the sound up and everything. Okay, here we go.
Hi, I'm Jess Finster, Community Director at Bethesda, and I'm here today at Bethesda Game Studios to talk to you all about the next update coming to Starfield. The team has been hard at work, so let's go chat with them to see what they've been working on. So with Update 4 on the horizon, what are some of the new features that players have to look forward to?
So we've seen a lot of feedback online that players really want a lot more utility and detail in our surface maps. So we took what's there, we blew it all up, and instead now we have a whole new aesthetic to the surface maps where you can see the terrain, all the detail in the terrain, trees, rocks, all the structures in the loaded zone. It's a lot easier to navigate. We've also made it easier to get around the cities. You can see markers for all the shops, the enhanced boutiques, restaurants, you name it, it's all there. It's a lot easier to get around now.
With Update 4, we're also adding a bunch of gameplay options. So for that,
Wait, fam, can you hear it okay? Let me make sure you guys can hear it. Okay, no, you guys can hear it. Okay, I'm sorry. Just you know me. I probably sit here through the whole video because like, sister, we can't hear anything. Okay. All right, I'm a plus pray. Here, I'm just gonna drink some coffee. Here we go.
that players can really tune their experience how they prefer. We're adjusting things like capacity of vendor credits, the actual carry weight. Additionally, affects to difficulty. So some of those, depending on how you play, you can actually tune to be like space combat more difficult or gun combat less difficult. It's really up to you. And depending on how you balance them, it'll change how you get XP.
That's awesome. So you're really upping the ante for players that want an even bigger challenge.
Yeah, and with that, we actually are adding what's called the extreme difficulty. It sits above very hard, and it really makes you pay attention, especially for the higher level characters.
How about ship customization? I know players are really capitalizing on all of the ship content in the game, and we've seen some really crazy stuff out there that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. But are you adding anything more to the ship customization?
Yeah, so people love to customize their ships. Like some of the builds out there are just mind-blowing. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. So now we're turning our attention to the inside of the ships. So we're adding a decorate mode where you can go and fully furnish and customize the interior layout of the ships, place the furniture, decorations, basically everything you can do in outpost mode. We can now do that in the ship and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire fleet. In addition to decorate mode, we're also offering a whole new set of empty habs. So basically, instead of pre-cluttered habs in the ship builder, we'll have a new set where there's no furniture, there's no decoration, nothing. It's a total blank slate so players can just kind of fill it up with their own stuff.
That's amazing. They'll really get to emulate whatever their personality showcases outside on the inside then.
Yeah, exactly.
New Game Plus. Is there anything being added to this update that helps the players after they've completed the campaign to return to the game?
Yeah, so if you're like me and you find the more you go through the Unity, the more you become the hunter, the one thing I want to do is be able to respec my traits. So we're adding that. So in case you're getting tired of Wanted or want to change your alien DNA, and you really want that new dream home experience, you get to choose that when going through the Unity. In addition, you'll be able to rechange your appearance.
Really living that next second life, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is. But...
We're focusing now on our Xbox Series X players with this update. We're giving them some settings where they can help prioritize between performance or visual. If they choose to prioritize performance, the target FPS will move to 60. And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
In addition to the new features we just talked about, there are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So instead of getting that sort of focus zoom in on whatever NPC you're talking to, it just stays in normal default camera mode. It's a little more immersive that way. Some players may prefer that.
Love it.
In addition to that, we're making the container and barter menus a bit more usable. We've added some tabs along the top, so it's easier to sort of see what container or what inventory you're looking at, whether it's yourself or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management, it's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
So Tim, we just talked to Joe and Isfan a little bit about Update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on our first land vehicle, so you can drive around on planets. Obviously, we're working on more quests and the massive Shattered Space expansion.
That's all very exciting. What about creations? Anything you can share there?
I think we mentioned it earlier this year, but we've sent out our beta toolkit to verified creators, so hopefully more information on that soon.
It's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Hey, no problem, Jess.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining us and for your continued feedback. Just a reminder, the update is available on Steam Beta today and will be available on all platforms later this month. So we'll see you in the stars.
What? Okay, people, let's go back and discuss all of this, okay? Now, look, this might not be the update that everybody was looking for, okay? This may not be it, but you got to give it to Bethesda. They're listening, right? They're listening. Which is more than, some people can say about some developers. People were talking about the maps. People were talking about, hey, let us decorate the inside of our ships ourselves. Me personally, I would love to I would love to go back and get go through NG plus 12. Like, I would love to step through NG plus 12 right now and respec and have like the adoring fan and be, do the wanted and all that stuff. Like, I feel like, excuse me, guys. I feel like at least they're listening. Okay. So I want to go back in this video since, you guys know I love to nerd out on this game with you guys. Okay. I love this game. We're a cult. Let's just admit it. Let's go back. And then let's talk about some of the stuff that they're saying. Because I want to talk about it with you guys. Because like I said, I'm still learning this game. Even at whatever level I'm at. Even above Spinny's level. And Spinny knows more than I do. So let's talk about this. And I want to talk about how it affects all of you guys in the game. I also have the patch notes here. But everything that they mentioned basically in this video is pretty much the big stuff. But there was one thing in the patch notes that just, but we'll get to that. But okay, let's go through this and I will look at you guys' comments. Spinny says maps do look, yes, they look cool, right? With Skyrim, we get that map, that flat map. And of course you can get the mod to make it look all GPS-y with the, what do you call it? The territory, you know what I'm talking about. Give it a 3D look. But man, the new maps, okay, here, let's just go through it. You love it more? I know, Spinny. I feel like Bethesda's really listening and they've had a whole bunch of fixes, which, let me just say, was my biggest beef with No Man's Sky is that they kept adding new stuff, which I give them accolades for. Everybody was like, No Man's Sky, they kept adding stuff, but they didn't fix a whole lot. Like, my major problems that I had with the game, they never fixed. Even to this day, some of them are still broken. Like, I had a major problem in Starfield. I think we all had this bug where you try to use like your workshop and it says it's obstructed. I was like, oh man, that's never gonna get fixed. Because I'm used to like, Rockstar. I'm used to like, Hello Games. I'm sorry, they still got shit that's still broken in their game. It frustrates me so much. That's one of the reasons why I fell in love with that game. And I thought, oh man, this is never gonna get fixed. Like, this is gonna like totally mess up my outpost building because you guys know that's my jam, right? It's like, this is gonna suck. They're never gonna fix this. Boom, they fixed it. Like, right out of the box. So they're fixing those things before they add the stuff onto it. And I got to give them their kudos for it. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I have much respect for Bethesda for doing that. I'm willing to wait an extra patch or two so that I can use my equipment, my outposts, everything works properly before they start adding more colors and layers of paint to the game when, you still got cracks in the foundation. So I really, really appreciate that. Sorry to be sitting here with this screen going, but we're just talking. I'm just so excited about this. I feel like it addresses so many things, but we'll go through it. Pit Boys next. LOL. What you saying, Spinny? Tom says, I'm wondering if all those tiles are going to be fast travel able. I'm wondering. Okay, here, let me just stop talking. There's just so much. I want to get you guys' comments though. Here, let me turn this down. Hey, RP Games. Let me see what everybody's saying, and then we'll go through it. I'm still learning the game too. I really hope that people don't do the same thing with the update that they did with the game release. If you mean like the haters or I don't know, like for me, I know this game is long term. And I told people that from the very release, when people were giving all these bad reviews, they sped through the game, they, console command in all the levels and the money and the parts, and they didn't actually play the game, and all they did was play the story, and they said it sucked. I'm like, have we all forgotten that this is a Bethesda game? Like, hello, people. They all start out like this, naked. All Bethesda games start out bare ass naked until the mods get a hold of it, until the DLCs get added, I'm like, what? Slow your roll, people. And I feel like with this latest update, they are not only listening, which a lot of the stuff they could have waited for a mod author to fix. Some of these fixes that they made, I don't know if some of you are familiar with Fallout 4, there's a mod that's called Scrap That. You can just scrap everything if you go to a settlement or whatever. Like, Bethesda could have waited for the mod author who made Scrap That to make it so you could scrap the stuff inside of your ship, but they didn't. They fixed it right away. So anyway. Here. I'm sorry. There's just so much to talk about. I'm sorry that you're just staring at this lady's face, but I feel like if I press a button, I'll ruin it, and I got it working properly. So. The RP game says people imagine what it's going to be instead of what they tell us it is, and then get upset when it's what they said it is. People imagine what it's going to be instead of what they tell us it is, and then they get upset. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, like people in their mind. Okay, I'll give you for instance. I see what you're saying, RP, and let me see if what I'm saying is if I get what you're saying. One of the things that people say about Starfield is that the game is, the planets are barren, they're boring, there's nothing to do on them. But before the game released, Todd Howard told us that that's how you're supposed to feel on the planets. He said it. Like a year before the game released, that the planets aren't going to have anything on them and you're going to feel very alone. And that was the point, because you're a starborn, right? You are a space god surrounded by mere humans who have yet scratched the surface as to their existence. And you are alone on these planets, and you've seen them all. And he wanted us to feel desolate on these planets and alone, and that nobody understood what was happening except us. He told us that ahead of time, before the game even released. And then when the game released, people were like, well, I wanted more stuff on the planets. Well, he told us before the game released that's what the planets were going to be. So I think that's what you mean. If that's what you mean, the RP games, personally, I love it. I want that real life space experience. Like if I were to step outside my house, get on a ship and land on a planet, that it would look like that. It would be realistic. So, it just depends on what you were expecting. So I don't know. Yes. Is that what you mean? They told us what it was going to be. People imagined it was going to be something else and were upset when they got what they told us we were getting. Yes, we're on the same page, RP. I agree with you. He told us. And let me just say, I was thinking about this today. Once the mods come out, I feel like people are going to want more empty planets, because how much you want to bet? Like 5 years from now, when like there's so many, because people are going to make mods and there's going to be locations on planets, right? There's going to be markers. People are going to make mods. You're going to load up mods, and you're going to have a marker that's going to be, the Red Mile Hotel or something, or some shipyard that's a mod that you can customize, and it's going to be on a planet, right? People are gonna be like, can we get some more planets? Because, we're running out of mod space. I'm telling you, people, you're not gonna be able to have too many mods in the same tile space, right? People are gonna start loading mods on the planets, factories, settlements. There's a sim settlement coming. There is. People are gonna be like, can we get some more planets? Because we're running out of mod space. There are people running like 600 mods in Bethesda games. So, I don't know. Mod authors in the future are going to be begging for more. That's what I'm saying. RP gets it. They are going to be begging for more empty planets, like with nothing on them. I'm telling you, people. RP gets it. RP, let me give you kisses on the forehead to RP. I hope I didn't invade your space, but RP gets it. Okay, let's watch this for real. I've been yapping. Okay, here, let's watch. Let's go through this piece by piece.
Update 4 on the horizon. What are some of the new features that players have to look forward to?
So we've seen a lot of feedback online that players really want a lot more utility and detail in our surface maps.
Okay, so let's talk about the surface maps. Like I just mentioned, if you look at like Skyrim surface maps, they're flat. You know what I mean? Like the areas like where the rocks and stuff are, it's more like that. But I really like how with these maps, they're 3D. Like there's depth to it. I love the icons. I think it's cool. My question I'm wondering is if, like with your scanner in your ship, how like you can open up your scanner and hover over a planet and you can just automatically land. I'm wondering if we will be able to fast travel to these locations from this map. That would be dope. I don't know if that's going to be an option or not, because I would love to decorate my penthouse apartment in Atlantis, but it's such a hassle to get there. Like I don't even, like if I can land, hit an icon, fast travel, and be in the lobby of my penthouse, that would be dope. I would love that, because technically, if you have the penthouse, you can see your ship on the landing pad from the balcony of your penthouse apartment. So if I could just open the map, fast travel to my penthouse, because currently you have to run through the whole city. I think you have to get on a tram. Then you got to get off in the right residential, right? Then you got to run to the building. Then you got to open go through the elevator, and then you got to go, you know what I mean? Like you got all that. If you could just fast travel straight from this map to anywhere as well, by the way, right? So you have to get on the metro, all right? You want to go to, a gun store or whatever. You just fast travel through the icon. As long as you're not over encumbered, I'll give him that. Like, don't be over encumbered, fine, but let us fast travel. I don't know. What do you think? Okay, here, let's discuss. Let's discuss. Let's talk amongst ourselves here. Okay, here, let me get caught up. Guys, put your comments in. I want to hear what you guys think and what you're finding in the game. But I think these maps are they're pretty cool. I mean, this is the first iteration, right? I'm sure there'll be graphic updates and the map will get smoother and better. And, mod author will come along and add cool colors and things like that. But the fast travel works? Oh, right on, Mark. Okay, then I'm sold. This is dope. This is huge. I think too, if you hover over the icons, it'll give you an explanation as to what each thing is. Right. Oh, the fast travel. Oh, that's dope. That's good. That's good to hear, Mark. That's good to hear. Mark says nice 3D maps, and someone has already tested fast travel and it works, but you have to rediscover the places. That's how it is on the planet maps too. If you discovered it, you can't hover and fast travel. Which I think, why? They need to fix that. If you discovered it or not, you should be able to just fast travel to it. Hover it, click it, fast travel to it, snap it, flip it, rub it down. What? Okay, I don't know. Mark says, I don't mind rediscovering everything. I spend a lot of time running around anyway in the game. I mean, by now for me, I know where everything is at this point. Like, I don't really need the maps anymore. However, the fast travel ability, it would be so helpful, even if you discovered it or not. Like, we should just be able to open this map and flip and fast travel to it, just like Skyrim. You can do that in Skyrim. You know, you can fast travel directly to Dragon's Reach, right? Directly to it. Can we, you know, I guess you could do that with the lodge, but let us fast travel. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Hey, what's up, Jono? Spinny, by the way, thank you for being a member. Did I say that already? Let me say it again. Spinny says, yep, got great pick of the Dark Star 2 from my penthouse, right? Spinny. It's time for me to build a new ship too, by the way. John O'Mac, what's up, fam? I love fast travel, but only in places I've fully explored. I don't want to miss anything. I'm with you, Jono, 100%. Same. I don't want to miss anything. Mark says it's okay if I have a I can't see because of my freaking live reactions. My bad. I can't see your comment here. Let me see what it says here. To a vid of being tested. Oh, you have a link. Oh, you can't drop links in the chat, Mark. Actually, like the chat physically won't let you. And in fact, I think my bot will probably block it. So, you know, I will probably do some testing on it as well. I'm sure people could just look it up, but okay, here, let's go on to the next thing. Here, let me change my screen back. Hang on, fam. Yeah, otherwise I'd let you, but I think my bot not only will block you, but I don't think, I think I have it set to where people can't just drop links, just for the, you know, for the bots that come through and do weird stuff, drop weird links. Okay, let's go to the next thing. Okay, let's go to the next thing.
We took what's there, we blew it all up, and instead now we have a whole new aesthetic to the surface maps where you can see the terrain, all the details.
Look at that.
Trees, rocks, all the structures in the loaded zone.
That's
it's a lot
dope.
easier to navigate. We've also made it easier to get around the cities. You can see markers.
Look
for
at that.
all the shops, the enhanced boutiques, restaurants, you name it, it's all there.
So you can, if you open your scanner, you'll be able to see everything from your scanner. I don't know. That might be a little cluttered. I don't know if people think of having all of those icons on your interface. Again, like personally, I don't really need, pardon me, guys. I don't really need these icons anymore. I pretty much know where anything is unless there's like some kind of hidden speciality. But for the most part, like I think this is awesome, especially for new players so they can get a handle on where everything is. But for me, in order for this to be useful, I would need it to let me fast travel regardless of if I've discovered an area or not. But Spinny says your city is going to look much better now. I know, we got new pieces, new desks, new artwork. Oh, I'm so excited for this. And it's not, I mean, it's in beta right now on PC. In fact, I could probably just my PC sucks. I wish I had a stronger PC because I would be all over that right now. But you know, I'm stoked about this. I think it'll bring a lot of people back to the game, and I think it addresses a lot of the things that people had problems with in the beginning. So okay, here, let's watch the next area. I just want to make sure I'm not missing any of you guys' comments because I want to hear everybody's feedback. Okay, here we go.
A lot easier to get around now.
With Update 4, we're also adding a bunch of gameplay options. So for that, players can really tune their experience.
Okay, look at this. All right, well, check this out. So here are all of the new gameplay options. Pardon me, guys. I don't know how well you can see this, but you've got, you can adjust the enemy combat damage, which is pretty dope. Player combat damage, so you can adjust how much damage you do to enemies. Enemy ship damage, so if you're like a hardcore, like if you want to go hardcore pilot and you think like as of right now the ship battles are just way too easy, you could turn this all the way, you know what I mean, or it looks like all the way up or whatever, so that your ship battles are tougher. So that's dope for people who like say want to do a pilot RP or do more things in space rather than do outpost stuff, and they want harder battles, because there are legendary ships out there. I haven't seen a lot of people run into or videos or heard people talk about the big capital ships that are out there with their fleets for you to fight. They are out there. So if you want to get into that and make it more difficult, that's pretty dope. Aim assistance, if you want help with that. Ammo weight. So if you want to actually put weight on the ammo that you carry, that's dope. I mean, look at how they're really customizing this. So you can really have like your own experience. Look at this carry capacity. So like for those people who are like, the carry capacity sucks in this game. Like I'm always over encumbered. That just sucks. Well, look at here we go. You can increase your carry capacity. Cargo access distance. So if you want to be further away from your ship, if you want to, or you could be anywhere. Look at this. You can adjust it to anywhere. So you could be deep in a cave and be mining and get over encumbered and be able to access your ships. I just saw this. Ship cargo distance anywhere. Look at that. I'm not sure what these XP points mean next to it. I don't want to comment on that because I have no idea what that means. Maybe some of you do, but I'm not going to, put that information out there if I don't know what that means. But look at that. So, you don't ever have to worry about being over encumbered ever again. That also means you could haul a bunch of whatever you want, I guess, and just have access to it from your ship. I don't know. This is very exciting. Hey, what's up, Shamble? Extreme difficulty, right? Okay, wait. With the option for sustenance makes me think survival. Extreme difficulty, right, Mark? Easier you make it, the less XP you get. Okay, I see what you see. I see what you're saying. So the easier you make it, the less XP you get. Oh, this is dope. Okay, it says right here. Vendor credits. Note, this will occur only after a vendor's inventory restocks about once a week. Sets how many credits vendors have to purchase items. Greatly increase. I want to know what they mean by greatly increase. Like greatly increased or like kinda. I can't wait to see the numbers on that. Medical item healing, which, if you want more out of your med packs, stuff like that. But this is what I am really excited about. Food healing. For those of us like this gameplay options menu solves a lot of problems and gives you a lot of ways to customize your game. So you can increase food healing ability. So now you can get into cooking, which is what I've really wanted to get into the food, but is it really, I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to make, shrimp bolognese or whatever, these cool, all these different meals, shepherd's pie, they got shepherd's pie in the game. Is it cool to, why do that if you're not really getting that much out of it, if it's not beneficial? So this food healing, I'm very excited about because I would love to start getting into food and cooking because, you find all kinds of food products throughout the game and then have the food I would love to replace med packs and trauma packs and all that stuff with food that like you craft. I know it'll give you, a reason to put some time into your outposts. So, or your ship. And we'll get into that. Look at that. Sleep healing. This is amazing. Combat affliction gain, affliction treatment. So if you really want to go survival, and how much the elements affect you, how much you break your ankles or whatever. This is amazing. This is really dope. I really feel like they're really what's this one? Environmental damage affliction, environmental damage restoration. This is dope. Just with this one gameplay options addition that they've added to this game, they have changed the way players can play this game. Not, and it doesn't seem like in a cheaty way. You know, it's not like a creation. I don't know if that's a word, but like, what's that mode called where you don't have to spend anything for the resources. You just creative mode. It doesn't feel like it's cheaty like a creative mode. It feels like you can balance this and really get a lot out of it without being cheaty, if that makes sense, right? Mark says, finally, Barrett's alien kebabs will be worth having, right? Now when he's like, I have something for you. I have something for you. I have something for you. And you're like, what is it, Barrett? And he's like, it's like a grilled cheese sandwich with a bite out of it. And you're like, you really have been bothering me this whole time for this whack ass sandwich. And you know, you might be like, Barrett, you got a sandwich? Right? You get back on the ship, you're like, God damn it, where's Barrett? Barrett, give me a sandwich, god damn it. You'll be begging Barrett for sandwiches. So anyway, I'm really excited about this gameplay options menu. But okay, enough about that. Let's move on to the next thing. And by the way, fam, we're just gonna be talking about this update tonight. We're not gonna be doing like a whole lot of gameplay. The other reason too is you guys know I play Warframe, and today Protea Prime was released. So fam, you know when I get off this game, I gotta get on Warframe and I gotta get Protea Prime today. I have to start farming her today. I don't know if anybody out there plays Warframe, but Protea is my Bay Warframe. Okay, there is no other Warframe that is better than Protea. There will never be one that is better than Protea. Protea is the goddess of all Warframes, and her Prime version came out today. So I don't know how long we'll go, but I do want to go through this with you guys because I'm so excited at how much this changes the game, fam. Spinny says, done a lot of cooking in Starfield, i.e. bourbon gains plus 8%. Can't wait temporarily. Oh, can't wait temporarily? I think that's what you're saying. I can't wait to get more into cooking. I really can't. Okay, let's go into the next thing. So yeah, this completely changes the gameplay. Okay, here, let's see what else they're talking about.
How they prefer. We're adjusting things like capacity of vendor credits, the actual carry weight. Additionally, affects to difficulty. So some of those, depending on how you play, you can actually tune to be like space combat more difficult or gun combat less difficult. It's really up to you. And
so for those of you who are like into, the gunplay, if you want to, hunting legendaries has now become, could be a fun way to enjoy the game, right? If you can adjust your gunplay, that would be pretty dope. Then you'd want to get those legendaries. It gives you all the more reason to hit these outposts, farm these outposts for legendary weapons. If you want to adjust your gunplay, you want to get that strongest weapon, right? And not have every weapon in the game just pretty much one shot everyone. So that's pretty dope. That'll get those those hardcore gamers who want a real challenge, who are collectors, who want the best weapons. Do that little adjustment in your game, you'd be good to go. That's pretty dope. Okay, here, let's go on to the next thing. I don't know. You guys discuss in the chat. Let me know your thoughts.
depending on how you balance them, it'll change how you get XP.
That's awesome. So you're really upping the ante for players that want an even bigger challenge.
Yeah, and with that, we actually are adding what's called the extreme difficulty. It sits above very hard, and it really, really makes you pay attention, especially for the higher level characters.
How about ship customization? I know players are really capitalizing on all of the ship content in the game, and we've seen some really crazy stuff out there that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. But are you...
Fam, look at that helmet. Look at that helmet on the desk. Okay, wait. Anybody else see this? Look at how dope this helmet is.
Well, but are you...
Look. Oh, wait. Let me go back. Oh my gosh, that helmet is so dope. Wait.
Customization. I know players are really capitalizing on all of the ship content.
Okay, first off, look at the helmet, how dope that is. And then they got Nova Galactic coffee cups. I want that. Look at those cups. Look at the power armor in the background. Oh my God, I'd lose my mind in there. I'd be like a kid. They'd be like, sister, could you stop touching that, please? Look at that helmet. That's hella dope, fam. Okay. Let me keep going.
In the game, and we've seen some really crazy stuff out there that I'm sure you guys have seen as well. But are you adding anything more to the ship customization?
Yeah, so people love to customize their ships. Like some of the builds out there are just mind-blowing. Some beautiful, beautiful stuff. So now we're turning our attention to the inside of the ships. So we're adding a decorate mode where you can go and fully furnish and customize the interior layout of the ships, place the furniture, decorations, basically everything you can do in outpost mode. We can now do in the ship, and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire fleet. In addition to decorate.
What? So now we can scrap and decorate and move seats around. And man, I can't tell you how many times. Here, let me back this up. I can't tell you how many times I thought, man, I wish I could at least put down a coffee cup where I want it. I'm so excited about this. A rug
Of the ships.
Look at that. I wonder if you could put gaming tables in, like pool tables, benches. You could totally customize this. These storage bins. Okay, so here's my question. All right, let's stop here at these storage bins. And I think Mark, you still here? Maybe you know this. Okay, here's been one of my peeves with the game, and that is whenever you switch ships, no matter what you put in your storage bins, like these storage cases on your mannequins, I never do that. Even though it's cool to have that armory, I never take the time to put anything up there, because as soon as you swap ships, all of that stuff gets taken down. Everything gets taken out of your storage bins, all of that. So you can't really organize stuff that you know the way you want it. And if you're a collector like I am, like you want to know that XYZ is in this bin. You want to know that all your, Vanguard helmets are on this mannequin. And as it currently is, when you put stuff in your ship on those things, or in the storage containers a ship provides, when you switch your ship, all that stuff gets moved. So it's like, why even do it? So I'm wondering if the mannequins, these storage containers, if when you change your ship, will your inventory that you put in these containers stay with that ship? And how will that affect your ship's inventory mass? Does that make sense? I'm hoping that whatever you put, like let's say this storage case right here, or this storage crate, if I wanted to put whatever the max mass is in the storage crate, like iron or adaptive frames or whatever, will it count against the ship's inventory mass? If I switch the ship, steal a ship, fly that ship, whatever, come back to this ship, because all of your inventory goes to the ship you steal or whatever. When I come back, are all of my adaptive frames going to be in this particular storage crate? I don't know. You always, Mark says I always store stuff at Outpost. Yeah, same. But I store stuff at Outpost because I don't trust my ship inventory. Things don't stay where you put them, and that's kind of annoying. I don't really care for that. But if it does stay, and we do have this new ability to add these storage crates, things like this, storage boxes that we add that aren't like with the ship's hab. I'm hoping that our inventory will stay in that. But then again, like if you sell it, then what? I don't know. People, I need answers. Shamel, thank you for being here, by the way. And thank you for being a member. I thank you for that. But I saw that you were. I'm sorry, Shamel. Mwah. Kisses on the forehead. Thank you for watching over the chat, fam. Mark says things in captain's locker will stay when you swap ships. So the captain's locker is safe storage, is what you're saying, Mark? Good to know. But then you can't put that much stuff in there, though. You can't put anything in there. Nothing that, All right, here, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Let's go into the next thing.
So furniture, decorations, basically everything you can do in outpost mode, we can now do in the ship, and it's saved, and you can do that to your entire fleet. In addition to decorate mode, we're also offering a whole new set of empty habs. So basically, instead of pre-cluttered habs in the ship builder, we'll have a new set where there's no furniture, there's no decoration, nothing. It's a total blank slate, so our players can just kind of fill it up with their own stuff.
That's amazing. They'll really get to emulate whatever their personality showcase is outside on the inside then.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you guys think about that? The empty ship habs. I think that's great. That's perfect. And it'll be interesting to see what people do with that, especially shipbuilders, right? So I'm super hype about that. I love the empty hab. So if, like, say for instance, you're not really into, you know, designing or decorating or any of that stuff, and you just want, you know, a ship, you don't care, whatever, then you can just get the, you know, the prefabbed. But you have that empty space, and let's go back to these storage crates. Let's say you have that, like, for instance, I hate the cargo holds. I mean, I don't think any of them look nice. I think they all look kind of bleh. So you get a huge cargo hold sized empty hab, and you can put whatever storage crates you want in there, fam. But I'm wondering, again, does it go against your ship's mass? Like, you can take an empty hab, like a huge cargo hold empty hab, fill it with 100 storage crates. What do they hold? Like, how much mass do they hold? Like 300 or something, I think, in each storage crate. Something like that. Like, it holds 300 of each thing. If you filled up an empty hab full of all of it, look at me, already trying to figure out a way. Like, it doesn't count. Mark, do you know? Do you know, Mark, or anybody in the chat? Mowgli, how's your Wednesday, by the way? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Does anybody know? Mark says, nice to be able to decorate the ship interior, but does that mean more things to clean up after a battle? Good question. And I don't know about you guys, but okay, here, Mark, let me ask you a question on that. I always notice that there's always things that, like, items in my ship always seem to be breeding. Does anybody else have this? Anybody in the chat? Like, we're talking about, you know, our Starfield issues and bugs and glitches and things like that. But I feel like every time, sometimes I'll go on my ship and there'll be like 10 air filters or like 15 pens, and like 10 minutes ago, last time I was on, there's only 2 pens there. You know, now there's 50 fire hydrants in one corner. One time I got on my ship and there were like 40 shoes, like 40 slippers in front of the, you know, the other thing, dumbbells, right? There's always like, you know, you get on the ship and there's like a couple of dumbbells, and then like you do a couple missions, whatever, you come back and there's like 10 dumbbells. And then you look in your ship's inventory, you've got like 50 dumbbells in there weighing 10 pounds each. And you've been carrying around all this mass this whole time. And you've got 50 dumbbells that you didn't know you were carrying. You sell those dumbbells or dump them, all of a sudden you've got like 2,000 more mass. You're like, what the hell are so many fire hydrants? Right? Is there something that, like, is that a bug, or is that, like you said, I think, was it Mark? After a battle, does that have something to do with it? Does that have something to do with switching ships? I don't know, but I don't know. Has anybody else had that happen? Spinny says blank slate, as that guy said. I'm just reading everybody's comments here. We'll get on with more of the video. Mark says 450. I think 450. Something like that, right? So if you stacked a whole bunch of these storage crates, 450 in each one, does that count against your ship mass? I don't know. I had that, but use a mod now to keep things clean. So you are having that happen too. Tom says, styrofoam cups. Oh my, styrofoam cups, coffee lids. I am so sick of picking up, and you know me, I tell you guys all the time, I hate cups on the floor. Cups specifically. I don't know why it's just cups, especially cups. Really grind my gears, but there's always a million coffee cups and coffee lids and coffee trays, and there was one time I loaded up the game and I spent like an hour just picking everything up off the ship, and then I thought, why am I doing this? I could just sell it. But then when you go to sell it, it doesn't get rid of the problem, right? So you have 10 sets of bolt cutters. you go into the trade authority and you try to sell all the miscellaneous stuff off your ship. And you think, okay, that should handle it. You get back on your ship, you still have the bolt cutters there. I don't know. Styrofoam cups, Tom. Oh my God, lids. The styrofoam meal things, you know, all over your crew stations. Like you get mad at your crew. But I think they fixed that in the last patch. We got a dog barking. My apologies, guys. Neighborhood dog. I love her. She keeps us safe. Mark says, I think they did. Yeah, did they patch it? I hope so. I hadn't really looked because I've been spending a lot of time in my city. I haven't been doing a lot of ship stuff. Been trying to build my city up, but man, that was the jettison option for unwanted mass. I don't think the mass and storage crates count towards the ship's mass. Good. That'll be good then. So then you could load up a cargo area. It's great on a new game to start getting some creds, but it soon gets out of hand. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it breeds. I hope they patched it out. I hadn't really noticed, but I mean, I would have whole hauls to vendors of trash, that extra like stuff that I've spawned on my ship that I just walked through and picked it up, and I've had a whole like load to sell to vendors just from doing that. So I don't know, it's annoying. I actually don't like it because it makes my ship messy and I don't like that. Okay, here, let's go. Let me stop talking. I'm sure you're tired of looking at the back of the Starborn's neck. Hang on.
New Game Plus. Is there anything being added to this update that helps the players after they've completed the campaign to return to the game?
Yeah, so if you're like me and you find the more you go through the Unity, the more you become the hunter, the one thing I want to do is be able to respec my traits. So we're adding that. So in case you're getting tired of Wanted or want to change your alien DNA, and you really want that new dream home experience, you get to choose that when going through the Unity. In addition, you'll be able to rechange your appearance.
Really living that next second life, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to share?
Okay, so that's really dope. Like I was saying before, that really, I just, you know, I really wanted to be able to change my traits. Here we go. Okay, so like right now I have Dream Home and kid stuff, and I think Raised Universal, I believe. But I would love to go through, you know, I'm NG plus 12. So if I go through the Unity right now, I'm NG plus 12. I would have to start a whole new character in order to change my traits, which has kept me personally. I know a lot of people like to create different characters for different things. And eventually I want to do that too, because I'm going to do different RP, but I am still learning about the game. I mean, you guys saw, I just learned that you could add windows to your halves. So I'm still learning about the game. For my playthrough style, I want to learn everything there is to learn about the game and its capabilities and what I can and can't do before I start to branch off and really do like RP characters. And at NG plus 12, I mean, that's a lot of temples. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of universes. And to start over NG plus from the beginning would be, the thought of it is daunting. So I really like the fact that they've done this because, you know, like I said, I am playing Starfield like chess, not checkers. I like games that you could play forever. So I am in no rush, and hopefully you guys are in no rush for me to fly through this game and just try to fly through it. I want to learn everything. I want to learn, you know, what the different combos are. Like I want to go through a playthrough spaced with extrovert and empath, see how that goes. I want to go through a playthrough. I want to test it all out, see how it affects my game. And when they start to add more stuff to it as well, DLCs, you know, Shattered Space, will any of this stuff matter? I plan on playing Starfield long term, where I feel like a lot of people were treating it like it was a 70-hour story game, and it's not. This isn't, you know, Starfield isn't the type of game that You put 100. What is a normal AAA game? 70 hours, 100 hours, tops. I don't know. Not too many AAA games over 100 hours, like story linear games. Well, that's not what this is. No Bethesda game is that. You're gonna play this game forever, for the rest of your life. I don't know about the rest of your life, but this, if they keep this up and keep dropping updates, quality of life changes, bug fixes, things like this game is going to be around for another decade. And play it as such. That's how I plan on playing it. That's just me though. Everybody has their own play style, which everybody do your thing. Wait, hang on, chat. Pardon me, I had a coughing fit there. Tom says, but those storage crates suck, can't craft or sell from them. That's the other thing. You won't be able to sell, right? Is that what you're saying, Tom? You won't be able to sell from your, the storage crates. See, that will suck too. How is that going to work? That's interesting to think about. I didn't think about that. Will you have access to your storage crates if you build them? If you're trying to sell to a vendor? I don't know. Spinning Time says enhanced. Hey, what's up? Let me make sure I pronounce this right. Living did girl gaming? I'm just gonna call you girl gaming. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'll get it. My eyes need to adjust. But back to the item duplications. I haven't noticed it on my ship, but every time I sleep, the weapon vendor in the well doubles his inventory. Okay, so he doubles his inventory, but not his credits? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting. So if you go there and say he has like 50 adaptive frames, if you sleep and you go back, he'll have 100 adaptive frames in his inventory. Is that what you're saying? Tom says, do they have a mod manager app for... I'm not sure if you're asking for console or for PC. For PC, yes. There's Vortex. And I think it's literally called Mod Manager for PC, but once mods come to console, you won't need a mod manager. Basically, Bethesda will be your mod manager. They'll take care of your load order, or you can adjust your load order, but basically Bethesda will be your mod manager for console. For PC, you have to decide what mod manager you want. That's why that's why they can charge for mods on console, because basically you don't have to deal with all of your files and, mod organizers and your load orders. You can adjust your load orders, but it's not as hands-on for console. You don't have to deal with a lot of stuff that, PC players have to deal with. And that's good and bad. That's good and bad, because on PC you can just change your any file. For those of you who don't know, if you've never modded a PC, you can go into the files and change anything you want. Point of view, if you know any kind of coding, you can change anything in your game. If you know what you're doing, but you can go into your files, you can put stuff in your files, outfits, different things that you want in your PC that on console, basically Bethesda does all of that for you. So you don't have to do any of that. I like that mod, buy it if it's a paid mod, or just click it and Bethesda will download it into your console for you. It'll be in your menu too, by the way. Here, I don't know, anybody? You use Vortex, says Mark? Yes, for PC? Yeah, Vortex is what I use. I use Vortex. As a matter of fact, fam, you know what? I'm gonna show you right now. Here, let me show you something. Let me show you something right quick. Okay, here, I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna show you guys, for those of you who haven't seen it, because I know a lot of people, this is their first Bethesda game. They've never really played another Bethesda game other than this one. Here, let me stop. I'm gonna let me save the game. And I actually have, oh wait, I don't have Skyrim loaded on here. Damn it, I was gonna show you guys. I had Skyrim loaded on here. I don't. I'm thinking about my PlayStation. Anyway, if you go into your menu, what will happen is there'll be an option here, which will say Creation Club right here in your menu. And when you click on it, it'll basically be Vortex and Nexus mods, which is what PC players use, their mod manager and the place they get their mod. But for console, it'll be 2-in-1. It'll be your mod manager and the place to get your mod, and you get, you can link to it right here through your menu, and it'll be connected through your Xbox account. So let's say you're not on your console, but you still want to download a mod. You can go to Bethesda.com, log in to your account, and pick a mod and download it that way if you want to do that through Bethesda's website. But basically, Bethesda is your mod manager / place to get your mod on console. What's Mowgli talking about? Gaming Girl says true facts. Mowgli says Living Dead Girl. Oh, Living Dead Girl. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. Living Dead Girl. Welcome, by the way. Living Dead Girl Gaming. Yeah, no, the weapon in the displays. What are you talking about? Living Dead Girl is a Rob Zombie song. Oh, it is? RP Games says, gotta go. Thanks for the stream. You're the best. Hey, RP. Thanks for hanging out and your input. I love nerding out with you guys on this game. It's the best. So yeah, basically, if you're on console, you don't have to worry about any of that. Okay, got it. Living Dead Girl Gaming, true facts, Mowgli. Okay, here, let's look at the rest of this. All right, here, back to the video. We're almost done here, fam. Okay, here, let me put it back. All right, here, let me do one more adjustment here. Boom. Okay. All right, here. So anyway, I'm very excited about being able to respec. This is pretty dope.
Rechange your appearance.
Really living that next second life, huh?
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you guys want to share about this update that players have to look forward to? I mean, you've already shared a lot as it is.
We're focusing now on our Xbox Series X players with this update. We're giving them some settings where they can help prioritize between performance or visual. If they choose to prioritize performance, the target FPS will move to 60. And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
In addition to the new features we just talked about, there are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So
Okay, let's go back. Sorry, I was eating. I mean, smacking your ear. 60 FPS. A lot of people complaining. And now, see, for me, I thought that they were going to come out with like how they did with Skyrim Special Edition, where, it was a special version that had like the better graphics and all that. That's what I thought that they were going to do for Starfield. Maybe try to resell it or something like that, as a separate package. Now, if I understand this correctly, it looks like we're going to be getting performance mode and visual mode. I think the visual mode is the 60 FPS, and the performance mode is going to be the 30 FPS. Now, this was a deal breaker for a lot of people that, Starfield wasn't 60 FPS. So I don't know how much, the quality will be affected or how good the quality will be. It says it will try to maintain 60 FPS. If you have VRR, which variable refresh rate, so that has to do with your, screen tearing. I don't know if you guys know what screen tearing is or if you've experienced it. It's like if you move your camera left or right too quickly, it looks like the screen kind of gets a wrinkle in it or kind of tears a little bit. You know what I mean? Usually vertical sync, if you turn on vertical sync, it'll stop your screen from tearing. So if you have a monitor that is, you know, has VRR, the variable refresh rate, which most monitors these days pretty much are, especially if you're gaming, you know, I think most televisions have that. So that's going to be dope. That's 60 FPS. It was a huge complaint for a lot of people. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm interested to see what that's going to look like on console. All right, here, let's go. Let's go to the next one. I think they were, what were they talking about? We kind of led into the next thing.
If they choose to prioritize performance, the target FPS will move to 60. And for players that have TVs that support VRR, they'll be able to choose between VRR 40 or VRR 60.
In addition to the new features we just talked about,
that's great.
There are a couple of quality of life updates that we're introducing. One of them is you can now toggle dialogue cameras off. So instead of getting that sort of focus zoom in on whatever.
Okay. This right here, the focus toggle for the camera. How many times have you guys heard about this? How dated Starfield looked because of this kind of first person toggle whenever you speak to NPCs. I mean, we heard a lot of complaints about that. A lot of people said that it made Starfield look very dated. It was very like New Vegas, you know? A lot of people were saying like they should have advanced from this first person view, this zoom up facial view that you get when you speak to NPCs. So now you can toggle this, and it's something so simple, such a simple change kind of modernizes, like literally just that one little simple change it takes it to next gen. I mean, you know, let's back up a little bit. Okay, I'm not saying the game is next gen and it's like fantastical and all that, but being able to switch this view, which, you know, a lot of people think is pretty much antiquated, that first person zoom when you're talking to someone view, that you know, it is kind of antiquated. It is antiquated. I don't want to say kinda, it is. So the fact that they've changed this, another complaint, and remember, all of these changes, all of these ones that we have talked about so far are the exact things that people have complained about. You know, have you ever like gotten an update from a developer at a game, you know, that obviously needs things, and you're waiting for the update, and most of it is like, who asked for this? Right? Nobody asked for this. Like, we've been asking for you to do this, that, or that, or fix this, that, or the other thing. Like, nobody asked for this thing that you just added to the game. We'd much rather have this. But I gotta say, so far from the things that they've released for the game, it's been addressing the main complaints of the game. So I really give them props for that. And this was one of the things, how this camera, when you're talking to NPCs, made the game look dated. So this is pretty dope. Spinny says, awesome. Just got a new 55-inch 4K TV. Yeah. That's what I'm on right now, Spinny. That's what I play the game on when I'm streaming. I get it really super cheap though at Walmart. You know how like at Walmart they have the sales, and they have like, you know, they'll have a TV that's like a 55-inch 4K, but it's like $299.99, and it's like in the middle of the aisle. You know, it's got the sign on it, big savings. It was one of those. Wait, hang on, fam. I just bought my microphone. It was like that. It wasn't, I didn't go into a fancy store and say, give me the best 4K. I was literally in Walmart. It was like, God damn, that's cheap. Anyway, so this is a huge change. So, all right, here, let's go. Let's we're almost done with this. So let's check out what they have to say.
Whatever NPC you're talking to, it just stays in normal default camera mode. It's a little more immersive that way. Some players may prefer that.
Love it.
In addition to that, we're making the container and barter menus a bit more usable. We've added some tabs along the top, so it's easier to sort of see what container or what inventory you're looking at, whether it's yourselves or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management, it's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
Okay, so here's what I got to say about the item management. I don't know that's helpful. What do you guys think? I don't know that adding the tabs at the top of this is helpful. I never really had an issue with that because it clearly says, you know, buy, sell from your inventory, sell from whatever ship. What I would have liked to have seen is that we can go backwards on our menu. I feel like that would have been helpful. And I'll show you what I mean. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me take this off the screen. Like, I get what they're trying to do here, but I don't see how that's helpful. This is what I'm talking about. Like, when you open up your menu, right? You open up your inventory. Here, I'll show you what I mean. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, so right now, like, I you know, you can't really see because I have all that stuff at the top, but okay, resources, right? Now I need something I have a lot of. I got 122 things. Why am I carrying that? Okay, what if I wanted to find something in my inventory that started with W, right? So I can't just use the D-pad, up on the D-pad, to automatically go to the W's. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I have to scroll through all of the A's, all of the C, like they're all alphabetical, but in order to get all the way down here to the yellow filtered dart, I have to scroll through everything. Whereas I think it would have been more helpful on this menu to be able to start at the top of this list, hit up on your D-pad, and automatically be at the bottom of the list. This is a function, I believe, that's on GTA. That, I think, to me would have been more helpful than the tabs at the top of this menu, because I can't tell you how many times I'm looking for like zero wire or something that starts with a Y in my resources, and you got to scroll through everything to get to the bottom of it. And I think, like, with Skyrim, I believe, at least with Skyrim, if you use up on the D-pad, it won't take you to the complete bottom of the menu, but it'll take you to, let's say if I were at the top of this list, I know you guys can't really see it because of the header, but like, let's say if I was on update or overseer program and I wanted to get to the bottom of this list, I would hit the top of on my D-pad, and it would just take me to modern or wooden face sculpture. It wouldn't take me to the absolute bottom, but it would take me to the bottom of what I'm looking at. That's how it is on Skyrim as well, if you hit up on your D-pad. So I would really that would be way better for me, I think, than having to do all this scrolling, and more helpful, I think, than the tab or search, right, Spinny, or just or search symbols. Now, I don't know how helpful that would be. Like, if you're on console, obviously you'd have to use your, you know, what do you call it? Your controller to type stuff, which isn't too bad. That's not too terrible, but a search would be nice, or even just something that simple. I don't know that the tabs at the top of the menu did really anything helpful except kind of add more clutter to the interface. That's just my opinion. Spinny says, me too, Amazon. 399.99 pounds, right? It's got to be the 99.99. You know what I mean? It can't be like, you know, 3,200 or 320, right? It can't even be 320.50. It's got to be 99.99. Yeah, I was in marketing for a long time, and that's actually a thing in marketing. If you make something 99 cents, you know what I mean? People perceive that as a deal, even if it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like $5.99 sounds better than $6. You know what I mean? $5.99 when, you know, regularly $6.99 sounds better than 10% off. You know, 10% off doesn't mean anything. But when you put that $99.99 automatically, no matter what it is, if it's got that 99 cents on the end of it, it's automatically a deal. But yeah, a search symbol would be dope. Same for the planets as well. For the planet maps, search would be awesome. You can't grab the slider on the side of the listing. I don't believe you can. Let me see. Do you mean in our inventory menu? You go to my miscellaneouses. I don't think so, Tom. Let's go to aid. I don't think so. Same with the planet maps too. They have that side tab, but all it does is open and close the planet map. It doesn't give you a search option. So that would be nice. A search option, dope. Great idea. Search option and easier scroll would be better. Okay, here, let me go. Let me okay, let's get back to the video. We're almost done, fam. We're almost done. I want everybody to see all of the updates that are coming out, because I know some of you maybe you haven't even seen any of these yet. Maybe you're at work or whatever. So here we go.
Tabs along the top, so it's easier to sort of see what container or what inventory you're looking at, whether it's yourself or your ship. And it's just easier to navigate. Basically, inventory and item management. It's a small thing, but it actually, I think, makes it a lot nicer.
So Tim, we just talked to Joe and Isfan a little bit about update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on.
Okay. Does anybody else get Ron Hope vibes from this guy? No shade on this. I think he's like the creative guy, the creative director guy. Come on, Ron Hope vibes. You know Ron Hope was his idea, right? Come on. Right? Like if he leaves the company, the whole town is just going to go under. Okay, let me stop making fun. This guy is okay. I'm getting Ron Hope vibes. That's just me. Agree. Search for inventory planets would be great. Even a top 10 locations travel menu would be nice. Also, agreed, Tom. LOL at Ron Hope. No spoilers. Yeah, right. Right? Like, would Bethesda be able to continue with the whole company, without this Ron Hope guy? I'm sorry, Ron Hope vibes. Maybe it's the shirt. I don't know. I just Okay, let me stop messing with this guy. All right. Ron Hope. All right, let me back up. Let's talk to Ron Hope here. I'm sorry. I'm not. What does he do? Wait, let's back up. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Makes it a lot nicer.
So Tim, we just talked to Joe and Isfan a little bit about update 4 and what's coming, but is there anything else that you want to talk about that's down the horizon?
So the team is working on our first land vehicle, so you can drive around on planets.
Okay, so the team's working on their first land vehicle. No spoilers, but I mean, did any farm have to suffer for, any fuel that needed to be made for said land vehicle? I'm just saying. I'm getting Ron Hope vibes from Tim, and I'm just feeling like, I'm excited about the vehicle, but like, did any settlers in the settled system have to pay the price for any of these engines or anything, Mr. Hope? Stop. Why they pick the Ron Hope looking guy to talk about their new land vehicles? I don't know. I'm just saying, no spoilers, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, here. Let's let Ron continue. I mean, Tim.
Obviously, we're working on more quests and the massive Shattered Space expansion.
That's all very exciting. What about creations? Anything you can share there?
I think we mentioned it earlier this year, but we've sent out our beta toolkit to verified creators, so hopefully more information on that soon.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Okay, raise your hand in the chat or put a heart in the chat if you think we need a Tim Lamb outfit in the game. We need a Tim Lamb outfit in the game. Come on. We need that hat, right? We need the perfectly, that looks like an outfit from a ship vendor, right? Like you go into Hope Tech or what's the other one? I'm not, no shade, Tim, no shade, but we definitely need a Tim Lamb outfit. This is dope. I'm totally getting Ron Hope vibes. His wardrobe is out of a Starfield locker, right, Spinny? I know that outfit is in the game somewhere. Somewhere it's in the game. All right, I'm sorry, Tim. Okay, here, let's finish this video. I think that's it, but we'll let the community manager close it out.
No problem, Jess.
That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for joining us and for your continued feedback. Just a reminder, the update is available in Steam Beta today and will be available on all platforms later this month. So we'll see you in the stars.
Look at this. Okay, let's see what we got here. Look at it. I love like the wrap up, the summary here at the end. Okay, look what we got. May update. Improved surface maps. We saw that. Fantastic. I love the 3D-ish. 3D is-ism. 3D is-ish. 3D. Okay, you guys know what I'm saying. Inventory navigation tabs. Meh. I would have been happier with the search function or the scroll option, but I don't know how to feel about the inventory navigation tags. I feel like they just clutter up the UI, but that's just me. I don't know how that helps. New gameplay options in the settings menu. Pardon me, guys. Pardon me. I am 100% stoked about this. I feel like it solves a lot of gameplay issues, a lot of complaints as far as vendor credits, as far as NPCs being too easy, as far as space battle being too easy, as far as those people who want to play more of a survival mode, people like me who want to maybe try to learn how to, cook with food and swap out my chems and med packs and trauma packs and stuff like that with food. I can make that more. If you're tired of waiting 48 hours, I guess, for vendors to increase their credits, you can adjust that now. I feel like, they addressed quite a few concerns in this update. A lot of things that a lot of people said were deal breakers for the game. Okay, let's see here. Ship decoration, and we're just going over the final. We're recapping. Ship decoration mode for interior of ships. I'm thrilled about that. I am so thrilled about that. I'm just hoping I can finish my city in time to then start focusing on my ships. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. And messing around with the storage. I'm curious to see how that's going to work. I'm going to build like a pimped out cargo hold and see how much we can put in there. If anybody actually does that, again, if you guys find any tips or tricks or have any kind of advice on how to do stuff like that, like put it in the chat, fam. Like, We're the Starfield cult over here. Let's just admit who we are. I want to know everything. Hey, what's up, Todd? Todd, how you doing, fam? Thank you for being a member, by the way, and supporting the channel. Text Mom says Trident Cruise Lines with the visor, right? Ooh, that's also what I'm hoping, that maybe they'll come out with maybe Trident. Or somebody will make a mod for it, but it would be cool to have Trident ships, right? Just strictly luxury line ships, right? Love boat in space. Come on, fam, with pools and stuff in them. Wouldn't that be dope? Like a real cruise liner. It would be really cool if we were able to get like Trident, fleshed out, and we could actually get these fancy ships. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud. I'm kind of a dork like that. Okay, we got that. Change traits and appearance after entering the Unity. Hell yeah. My next playthrough, I'm definitely Unity 12. I'm definitely getting the adoring fan. See what that's like. I'm gonna mix up my traits, which is good. So I don't have to start a whole new character, and I get to keep all of my skill points and things like that. What I like to suggest personally for me, what I did with this playthrough is I have a Vanguard and a Pirate playthrough. I like to do a hard save, and maybe you want to do this too, because some people want to side with the Vanguard, some people want to side with the Crimson Fleet. I'd say make a hard save before you make any decision, and then branch off your saves, which I did. I have a Vanguard and a Pirate. So I don't know, just an idea. We're sharing ideas. We're talking it out. If you don't want to, have to start all over from the beginning again because you want to try out a new faction. Anyway, dialogue camera toggle in the settings. Awesome. Maybe it'll cut down on the complaints of, Starfield looking dated. Very next gen to do that. Very simple fix. I wish they had launched the game with that function working. I guarantee you we probably would have got a little less shade from Starfield on that, because I would have to say one of the many things, I wouldn't say many things, let me take that back. Out of the things that make Starfield look dated is that view when you're talking to NPCs. So I'm glad that we're able to toggle that. That's awesome. Display settings for Xbox Series X and X. Let me try this one more time. Display settings for Xbox Series X to prioritize visual or performance. So people, who 30 FPS was a game breaker for them, now have the option for 60 FPS. I don't know how that's, if it's a stable 60, how that's going to perform when it comes out on a console. Again, it's on PC right now. This update's in beta. So if you're on PC and you have access to the, the beta version of Starfield, you're able to tinker around with that right now. But I'm curious to see what this is going to look like on console. What is the 60 FPS is going to look like when this update drops? Is it going to be what everybody thought it was going to be? Like, is it going to take the game to a whole new level? Is it going to cyberpunk it? I don't know. I don't know. 30 FPS right now, it's okay. It's playable. It's not like terrible. It's a smooth 30. It's a strong 30 FPS. But again, people on next gen consoles, people on Xbox Series X, they want what they paid for. These consoles aren't cheap. So damn it, give us 60 FPS. Looks like Bethesda listened and obliged. So fam, this update, I don't know. Let's hear your final thoughts on it. And here, let me switch back to my other monitor so I can see myself in the game, and we'll talk about it for a few minutes. Now they're saying that, normally when these updates go into beta on PC, that typically it takes 2 weeks for it to get to us on console if there aren't any issues. So hopefully there won't be any issues in the new in the new update on PC. So we'll get this update as soon as possible. But a part of me feels like I've got some guns I want to put up on the wall while we're talking. Why not while we're talking? Hey, Andreja. How you doing? All right, I have the game turned down. She said something about something. Oh no, I want to put these in the workshop. So I almost kind of want to wait to finish this up because we've got new desks, new furniture, new artwork, like actual artwork. A lot that I've been kind of like, man, I wish we had that in the game. Some of these pictures and items that we've seen in the game that were like, man, that would be cool to put up in an outpost. Well, we can do that now. They've got some of them. So I'm really excited about that. I feel like I kind of want to just wait for a week or two or until this update drops to see all the new stuff before I add any furniture pieces, things like that. Like I'll still do buildings and stuff, but I'm pretty excited to see all of the new pieces. I think they're available somewhere. Okay, let me see. I got a bunch of name stuff on here. Eternity's Gate, Justifier. Oh yeah. Anybody get this? I love this gun. Look at the metal finish on this. That's pretty dope. I don't think I've ever really used this gun in action, but we'll put this up on the wall. Then I got Speechless Fire. Let's see, how'd that look? Yeah, buddy. Looks nice. I like how that gun looks. Look at the finish on that. It's pretty dope. Hopefully we'll get some uplighting and here, let's put the other one up. What's the other one that I said? I had another one, right? Let's put one more up. But yeah, I kind of want to wait until we get all of our new pieces. What was the other one called? I shot something? I don't know. I got it in some mission. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you what mission I got this from. Speechless Fire. I don't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. My Starborn lives are all starting to run together. Anyway, I'm going to try to fill up this whole room with all of my named weapons. I know there's probably a ton I haven't found yet, but we'll see. I'm kind of waiting on, you know, what they come up with the update to maybe fiddle around with my outposts. But anyway, fam, I'm going to read your closing statements. And like I said, this is going to be kind of a short stream today. I got to get on Warframe and get my Protea Prime, who is out today. So I got to get on that farm. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure if I will do GTA or not. We're supposed to be, you know, I do Grand Theft Auto Online. If I do GTA tomorrow, it'll be story mode just because I found out that our weekly update is terrible. So if I do GTA tomorrow, it will be story mode, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll do GTA. Maybe I'll do Helldivers. Maybe we'll do some more Starfield. I don't know. Maybe we'll play Skyrim. I don't know what I'm going to do. I always say that right before GTA has a bad update week that I'll just, if we play GTA tomorrow, it's going to be story mode. I'm guessing, but we will be back here. Wait, what's today? Wednesday? On Friday for more Starfield. 100%. I can't wait for this new update. I'm very excited about it. It's not huge, but unlike the last update, they did drop some more quality of life changes that people have been asking for. So I say what you want about what you think of how this game released. Bethesda is listening to us. I put it like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys put your final thoughts in the chat. And I forgot to ask this whole time because I've been flapping my jaw. What if you haven't subscribed or hit the like button? Go ahead and do that now. Don't be dusty. Don't be dusty. You don't want to have to deal with Lynn. Though it helped out the channel. It also helps out Starfield as well. When it's always nice to stumble upon a Starfield video and it's a positive one. And you see a lot of people who actually love the game in the comment section saying positive things and being constructive about the game. It's one thing to not like the game because of this thing or that thing that's not working properly or not what you expected and be constructive about it. It's another thing to just be, I don't know what people are being, shade and hating on the game. Mostly because of what other creators said about it, who are supposed to tell people whether a game is good or not. I don't know. I'm still here playing it. You guys are still here watching it. I'm excited for the future of the game. I hope you guys are too. I plan on playing it. This is, it's a Bethesda game. This is a forever game for me. So I hope you guys will be here for it. I'm excited. What I'm really excited for is to look back on this like a year from now or 2 years from now or 5 years from now, to look back at these videos of what this game was like when it was first released, before it had DLCs. It'll be interesting to go back and look at all of the videos of people who said that this game was awful and it was the worst game ever and it sucked. It'll be fun. I mean, imagine going back to look at a Skyrim, release videos. Yeah, because when that game came out, it was a buggy mess. It was a buggy mess. Had no DLCs, none of that, you know. So it'd be interesting to go back and see. What am I doing here? To go back and see what people think of it. I bet you. How much you want to bet? There's going to be a lot of creators that are going to look back at their I Hate Starfield videos and be like, oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the game was just, it was different back then. It was different back then. Fam, you should have known it was a Bethesda game. That's why, I mean, you made that video. It's in the internet now. Bethesda DLCs are amazing, says Marcos. Right? I know everybody. I can't wait. I can't wait for Shattered Space. I can't wait. They're already adding. I was just talking about this the other day in the last stream. That I hope and I wish that they add more pieces for decorating. Boy, Kasha. Bethesda was like, hold my beer. They were like, Sista, hold my beer. We got stuff for you. Hey, you know, so it makes me excited. And this is not even in a DLC. You know, it's not like we're getting new pieces, like decorate. Like I think there's a new bed, maybe. I think there's a couple new desks. It's not even in a DLC. This is just a patch, and they're giving us new stuff to decorate with. So I'm, you know, I've got hope. I got hope. All right, fam. There's work lights. Yeah, but they don't do anything though. I have lights, like these lights up here on the wall. These ones here pointed at where my armor is gonna be. But I know what you're talking about, Spinny. Let me see. They don't work. As far as casting light goes, unless, let me see. You mean these? These lamps? These work lights? Well, these ones then, we'll look at them really quick, because if there's lights here that cast light, let me know, fam, because that's what I want. I want to be able to, there's these. A lot of these you can't use inside, but see, these are the ones that I use to cast light. These are the only ones that I know of that cast light, but which ones are you talking about? The tripod ones in this menu. Wait. Which ones? You're talking about the work lights? Let's see, anything that'll fit in here. They must be under decorations. Here, we'll just check really quick. Decorations? Oh, these you mean? These? The tripod? Do they cast light though, is my question. See, they don't cast light. They're cool for decoration, but you can't, here, let me see. They don't cast any light. I mean, they're light fixtures, but there's no light coming out of them. See, like in Fallout, they had these lights like this, but they would cast light. They were lamps, actually. I remember I used to put them on in the middle of my tables and stuff for my patios and stuff outside, but these don't cast any light. Activate? It's not doing anything. It's got to activate, but it's not activating. Activate. So I almost feel like, do I need to hook them up? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they need to be hooked up to a light source, because there's an activate button, but nothing is activating. But even these right here, if they just cast light, I could put them, hide them behind furniture. Like I did with Fallout. I would hide them like behind furniture, and then they would cast really cool light. But these don't do anything. I think they need something to a power source. Oh, a wire to a power source. You know what? We're gonna test this right now, Spinny. If anybody is wondering, let's go outside. I got some power sources. I just gotta figure out where I am is all. Okay, here. I don't need to actually carry this. I can make another one outside. Let me just figure out where I am. I just built this place, so give me a break, people. We're gonna test it right now. Oh, here, right here, right here. Let's test it. See, but how? Okay, here. Does it work outside? All right, here, let's set it up. We're gonna test this right now, Spinny. Put it right here. Oh, but see, it works outside. Very interesting. Works outside, but not inside, Spinny. Weird. Let's see, do the little lamp, the little, let's see, do these work outside? See, they work outside. Okay, so these, they don't work inside, which is a bummer. See, if this worked inside, that would be helpful. I'd prefer the light to come out of the top, but, well, that's kind of a bummer. Maybe I see, do I have enough power? Yeah, it's not a power issue. Maybe there's a trick where you could like put them inside and they'll work. Oh, here, this is what I wanted to show you, fam. I knew there was something about Andromeda Kepler. Look at her armor. Wait. I pressed the wrong button. Look at her armor, fam. I have not seen this armor in the game. Look at it. I promise I'm going to end the stream. Here, let me get some light on it and then talk to her. I have not seen this armor. It's got like, look at her helmet on the side. It has like somebody wrote on it with like a red marker. RE077. I don't know what all these markings are on her suit, but really, really neat. I have not seen this armor in the game, and I've been hanging out with her just to get to know her because I want to make a video. But this is the first time I've seen this armor. Unfortunately, you can't take it out of her inventory. It's not something that you can, get from her. Her regular outfit you can, but you can't get this armor. But I think that's pretty dope. Look, it's got the pack on the back, the little green pouch she has and everything. It's pretty dope. She's very chill to have with you. I've been using her as a companion. I need to get back into my videos, so she's on my list as well. But I love this outfit. Unfortunately, we can't take it from her. Shock Trooper, yeah, it's like a green Shock Trooper armor. That's exactly what it is, Mark. It's Shock. Actually, you know what? You're right. It's got the Shock Trooper backpack, but it's green instead, which is very interesting. Never seen this before. Again, you can pick up Andromeda Kepler in Sidonia. She's sitting across or in the same bar as the list guy in the bar there. So it's pretty dope. Andresia armor is awesome. I agree, Spinny. Her armor is awesome too. I can't wait for all the new armors. Okay, I'm leaving for real, fam. You guys know I love talking about Starfield, especially with you guys. I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with these lights. Maybe if you build it out here, and maybe I can somehow jerry rig it and pull it inside. I don't know. I've got much to build. Oh, okay. So there was one, before I go, there was one fix that they're gonna fix that I don't want them to fix. Don't fix it, Bethesda. And that is when you're building and my floating habs, they're gonna fix that. So that's kind of a bummer. And when I say floating habs, I mean like, I'm talking about like, here, I'll show you really quickly. They're gonna fix it. I don't want them to fix that. That doesn't need fixing. It doesn't need fixing. So, okay, so that's like if you build, and it was kind of a glitch, right? You use these 2-story habs, and then you put like a glass one here, and then you put you double them up, right? But you want to have this one up here floating. So if you delete this, it'll delete, but you'll still have the foundation on this one. But if you grab this and just pull it over somewhere else, drop it, and then delete it, then this hab here will have this hanging effect. They're gonna patch that out. No, don't patch that out. That was one of the things that stood out in the notes to me, because I use this method all the time to make some really cool, unique builds. And then you could put stuff underneath here, and but they're gonna patch this out. No, don't do that. That's like one of my favorite moves. That's like my favorite move. So if you're a outpost builder and you wanted to experiment with floating habs, get your outpost built now with the floating habs. I like to use this technique, especially if I'm building over water. I have an outpost in Hyla where my habs, stretch out across the water, which is also really dope. You can, glitch it so that you don't have that foundation. You get that nice little floating hab over the water. So if you're an outpost builder and you're into floating habs, you better get your floating habs in now before they patch it out. I don't understand why they're doing that. Damn it. But anyway, get your floating habs done now. They will be patched out of the game. I really wish they didn't do that. That's especially if you're into, look, it's got the light coming from the bottom and everything, especially if you're into doing like intricate different building things, but they're gonna fix that. I'm really bummed about that. But anyways, fam, for reals, I'm gonna go. Let me get my last, let me read your last comments. Marcos Cloud, what's up, Marcos, says Bethesda never fails in armor. They have always been very cool. They have been really cool. Even their clothing items have been really cool. I'd love to be able to see us be able to upgrade clothing. You're able to do that in Fallout. You can upgrade your clothing, or at least I believe there's a mod to do that. So it would be nice to be able to upgrade clothing and not have to wear armor all the time. You know what I mean? And I'd like for our armor to auto switch as well. So if we're in a place that we don't have to have armor on and we go into battle, like our armor will automatically show up. And then when we're not in battle, like as soon as we holster our weapon or whatever, our armor goes away. That would be nice. I'd like to be able to upgrade clothes like in Fallout, but she does look like Buzz Lightyear's wife. I would take that armor though. If I could get this armor off of her, I would definitely take it. I would definitely take it and wear it, or at least put it on a mannequin, but unfortunately you can't get it out of her inventory. Mark says, looking at Shock Trooper armor on my game now, and the numbers on the front are the same. Okay, so it is Shock Trooper. Dope. Spinning Time says Andromeda looks like Buzz Lightyear's wife. I read that already. All right, fam. I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to this update. I look forward to hanging out with you guys again on Saturday. If you are rewatching this stream and you have some thoughts on the new update and you want to share them, put them in the comments below. I love hearing things you guys find. Anything I said in the stream, maybe you're watching it after and you want to throw me a tip, I would love to hear them. Or anything you saw about the lights or the changes or anything like that. Like, I want to learn it all. And maybe you guys will learn something too. I don't know. But I'm definitely looking forward to this new update. Update 4 is what they're calling it. So thank you guys, everybody, for coming out tonight. Thank you, Duckfoot, for being a member of this channel and showing so much love and support, man. You're awesome. Thank you for AFKing with me for the last couple of days, dude. Duckfoot and I have been totally AFK on GTA, trying to take advantage of this last weekly update. Man, Duckfoot, I'm almost at 25 million. For those of you watching my other channel, I'm almost at 25 million. It's a lot for me. So Anyway, thank you, Doug, for getting that little bit of boost for having somebody else in the lobby when I do my sales. It was awesome. Hey, awesome seeing you in the lobby over there. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Spinny, for being a member. Thank you. Thank you, Shamel. Kiss on the forehead to you for watching over the chat and being a member. Hey, Michael, you missed it. Michael, you got to watch it back. I want to know what you think. I want your thoughts on everything too. Mark, thank you so much for hanging out, sharing your feedback. Everybody that was here today. Blake says so far the beta is fun. Okay, Blake, you playing it? Nice. Beta is fun. It runs smoothly on my Steam Deck. Nice. Turn the music down just a touch. I want to read what Blake is saying. I'm loving the new survival mechanics and city maps. Starfield is only getting better. From your mouth to the sky, Blake. I don't know if that's the right term, but yeah, what Blake said, 100%. I'm so looking forward to it too. Hey, good night, Tom. Thank you so much. Marcos Cloud, thank you so much. Let me see if I get this right. Girl Gaming. I'll get it right. Thank you for coming and hanging out today. Nice to meet you, by the way. I hope I see you again at that you come back and hang out with us again, talk more about Starfield and other streams. I think I got everybody. If I missed shouting you out, my apologies. You know I love you. Thank you, guys. Oh, Mowgli. Mwah, Mowgli. Kisses on the forehead to Mowgli. Guys, don't make sure to join us too on Sunday for Helldiver Sunday. If you want to play with me and other people from the community, join us on Sunday. I play Helldivers with you guys, so come hang out for that. Tom, awesome as always. RP Games, thank you again. I think I said that already. Okay, I'm leaving for reals. Oh, Dacry was here. Dacry, mwah, and Philip. Okay, I think I got everybody. All right, love you guys. You're the best. We'll catch you next time. And hey, keep enjoying Starfield, fam. Hit that like button too, and subscribe on your way out. That's all I got. Okay, peace. For reals. I'm leaving. For reals.